In this episode, we'll be looking at one of the resources that I use regularly as an RVer and some recent changes that should make this resource even better. Hey everybody, this is John Marucci. Thanks for visiting the On the Road YouTube channel. This channel is all about helping you get the most out of your RV travel experience. Before we get going, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when new videos are published. If you want to dive deeper, we put more content and photos on Instagram and Twitter at John Marucci. So let's jump in. Now, I purchased my first RV, an RPod 171, in the spring of 2016. One of the resources that I relied heavily on from day one was my Amazon Prime account. As someone new to RVing, I needed a lot of supplies, and not having an RV superstore nearby, packages seemed to arrive daily for the first few weeks as I began to acquire the items necessary to take the RPod out. While I have purchased RV items from many different sources, Amazon tends to still be my go-to source when I'm looking for something new for the RPod or my new Keystone Bullet. At first, Amazon was a resource I used primarily at home. More and more, I've relied on it while I'm on the road. Having this resource available can be especially helpful on longer trips. You can order while en route and have it ready to pick up at your next destination. So here are 5 tips to help better utilize Amazon while traveling with your RV. Some of these are brand new features that have just been released by Amazon that you may not yet know about. I'll also talk about a bonus tip at the end. So let's look at tip 1. If you haven't already subscribed to Amazon Prime, it's really worth it for the speedier delivery. I know in my area right now, I can get many things next day. And this is just new in a smaller town that I live in West Michigan, that is really much improved over the last couple of years. So really, I can order things and oftentimes they can get here the next day. And Prime shipping is especially important while out on the road to be able to better time when you get your items. So the second tip is check for any nearby Amazon locker locations. You may or may not know about this, but they're currently located in more than 900 cities and towns. This is the first way I began to utilize Amazon while out on the road with my RPod. I had an issue with a propane tank when in Florida in 2018, and through Amazon I ordered a replacement pigtail propane hose connector while I was camping in the Orlando area. And it was nice because I was able to pick up the pigtail at an Amazon locker nearby. I was just able to send it to the locker and then go and drive with the code they gave me and pick it up at the locker. It also helped determine that we had purchased actually a defective propane tank. I actually didn't need the pigtail, but I had a bad propane tank. I thought the pigtail's bad, so now I actually have a spare pigtail. Okay, it's also a good option for local package pickup. And this is a quote: to use Amazon Hub Locker as your shipping destination, find the locker and add it to your Amazon address book. Then during checkout, select the locker as your shipping address. Once your package has been delivered, we email you a unique 6-digit code. Simply visit your selected locker and enter the code on the locker's touchscreen, then remove your package after the locker's door is open, unquote. That's from Amazon.com. Some requirements to be aware of when you're using an Amazon locker is that the shipping weight has to be less than 10 pounds. All right, it has to have a product dimension smaller than 16 by 12 by 14 inches. And it's got to be sold by or fulfilled by Amazon.com. And the desired locker must have available space, and if it doesn't have any space, it'll be grayed out on the map and you won't be able to use it. For returns, it's really nice, and this is a quote: if you purchase something and want to return it, you can drop it off at a locker regardless of where it was originally delivered, as long as it meets the locker requirements. That's another really nice thing about the lockers. Okay, so tip number 3. Check if your campground accepts Amazon packages. This has been my preferred method of late. If they do this regularly, they should be able to tell you how to have the package addressed to avoid any delivery confusion. Now, this came in especially important when we were down the first time in Florida in 2018 at Kohl State Park. We were having a hard time working from there, and we needed to order a cell booster, so we actually ordered a WeBoost cell boost cradle for the iPhone, and Kohl Creek was able to give me the very address for that location so I could have it sent directly to Kohl State Park. Now, anyone who knows about Kohl State Park knows it's not very close to anything. So it's pretty far out there, and yet they still delivered the Amazon package to the head office, and I just had to head up to the ranger station and pick it up. So it was very convenient, and it really saved us a week's worth of work. It could actually work because I got that cell booster. Okay, another place is like Disney Fort Wilderness Campground. They actually have a specific place you can pick things up if you go down to Fort Wilderness. It'll go to the front desk, and you just address it to the front desk. There's a very specific address that you put on the when you're shipping it, and it'll get there to you, and you can go pick it up. Okay, here's a quick pointer. If they seem to be confused by the question, that you may want to reconsider this option. For example, if you ask the ranger station at your state park or whatnot, if they accept Amazon packages and they don't know about it, or they say we don't get anything from the rainforest, you may want to consider a different option. Example of this is when we're in Ludington State Park. I made a couple calls. This is in Michigan. I made a couple calls to get clarity on this, and they really didn't have confident answers about getting Amazon packages, so I kind of passed on that. And later when I was in Petoskey State Park in northern Michigan, I was able to find out how to ship it to Petoskey State Park, but they were not quite ready for it, for this kind of service, and it kind of got lost for an hour or so, and I had to hunt around the state park offices to find it. Finally I found it. One of the rangers who was working in office had it under his desk, so it wasn't really a system they had ready to work yet. But anyway, it really saved our bacon on that, because I was able to order the Thermacell portable mosquito repellent, which we took up to the UP on the next leg of our trip, which was really helpful to save our trip up there in July last year. And this option can work great for larger items that can't fit into an Amazon locker. So another example of this is we're down in the KOA in Lake Whippoorwill in Florida, and we wanted to get a zero gravity Amazon Lounge folding chair. And we were able to deliver it right to the KOA. It was a very large chair, so it wouldn't have fit in an Amazon locker, but the campground at the KOA accepted the package, and we were able to get that zero gravity chair while on the road. Now here's a note. When I place an order on Amazon and have it sent to a campground, and this is really a nice thing to do for the campground, I try to monitor the shipment closely. So I don't let it sit there for a long time. I know when it arrives, and I don't want to abuse the helpful service that the campground or state park offers. So make sure you take that into account. If you're going to order something to a campground or a state park, make sure you're monitoring that package, and don't let it sit there for a few days under someone's desk and get in their way, and then they not want to do it again. So make sure you promptly pick up the package when it arrives. So tip 4, check to see if there's a nearby Rite Aid that accepts Amazon deliveries. On June 27, 2019, an Amazon press release, quote, announced that the U.S. launch of Counter, a new network of staff pickup points that gives customers the option to pick up their Amazon packages in store at partner locations. Starting today, customers will have access to more than 100 Counter locations across the U.S., with thousands of additional locations coming soon. Delivery to a Counter location is available for the tens of millions of items sold on Amazon, and works with same-day, one-day, two-day, and standard shipping. The service is available to all customers at no extra cost, unquote. The press release goes on to say, Counter goes live today in more than 100 Rite Aid stores across the U.S. By the end of the year, the service will roll out to 1,500 Rite Aid locations, and this is in 2019, mid-year. So Rite Aid Corporation has approximately 2,500 stores in 19 states with a strong presence on the East and West Coast. So keep that in mind when you're thinking of picking up a package. Rite Aid is going to become a main place you can go. Okay, tip number 5. Consider doing any on-the-road returns at a Kohl's location. Now this is brand new as of July 8, 2019. Quote, Amazon Returns at Kohl's is now available at our more than 1,100 stores nationwide. Customers can now visit their local Kohl's store to return eligible Amazon items without a box or label for a free return. Kohl's packages and sends returns items to Amazon return centers on behalf of the customer. It's free, convenient, and available to everyone. And that's of 7/8/2019. So they've made the process very simple. And this could be especially beneficial when on the road with an RV. For example, if you receive a new package just before leaving town and turns out to be defective and you need to return it, but you don't have the shipping box or packaging tape or a printer with you with your RV, you can just take it to a Kohl's store. How to make an Amazon return at Kohl's. First, begin your return with Amazon's online return center. Select Kohl's as the drop-off location, and Amazon's just going to email you a QR code. All you have to do is bring the item with you that you're returning to the Kohl's store and show your QR code on the smartphone to a Kohl's associate. And that's all. Kohl's will pack it, label, and ship your return for free. So this is a really huge deal if you're on the road. Amazon returns are now accepted at all Kohl's locations, excluding Anchorage, Alaska. This is a quick reminder then, Amazon Prime Day is actually July 15th and 16th. We're taping this a few days before that. It begins at 12 a.m. Pacific time on the 15th. So as many of you already know, they have lightning deals throughout the event, and they're available to Prime members. Last year I was able to snag a really nice set of Bose noise canceling headphones, which was fantastic on one of the lightning deals. The great thing is that if you start your shopping on Prime Day from Amazon.com/shop/John Marucci, you get the same great deals, plus you help support the On the Road YouTube channel at no additional cost to you. This is not only true on Prime Day, but any time, whether you need something for your RPod or something for your home or an auto. On the Amazon storefront, Amazon.com/shop/John Marucci, we have categories many RPod and RV items shown on the channel's various videos in easy to navigate section to save you time finding the specific RPod and RV items mentioned. I also want to take a moment to thank those of you who have supported the channel by watching, subscribing, giving videos a thumbs up, and by taking the time to add helpful comments. I'm very proud of the channel and how people interact and the great stuff that people leave in terms of comments that help other people. It really does help people. So what about the bonus tip I mentioned earlier? So I want you to take advantage of Amazon Prime Video. If you're already an Amazon Prime member, you have access to Amazon Prime Video if you didn't know that. It's a great entertainment option while you're out in your RPod or RV. First option is streaming video. If you get an Amazon Fire Stick, and usually those Amazon Fire Sticks to stream video are on sale pretty cheap at Prime Day, and then you can use it in your RPod. It's especially nice if you don't have a shelf to set a streaming device. So I've used the Amazon Fire Stick many times in my RPod when I have good bandwidth. The second way is to download video. You may not know this, but from your iPhone or a smartphone device, you can actually download Amazon Prime Video, TV shows or movies, and then you just have to use an Apple Lightning to digital, if you have an iPhone, an Apple Lightning to digital AV adapter and an HDMI cable to plug into your TV. And this tip was suggested by Mike F. in the comments for the video Top 5 Technology Items for Use in Your RPod RV. I've enjoyed using this method lately, so thanks again, Mike. Your ideas and comments can really help, and this one obviously helped for Mike. So have you ordered items from Amazon while out on the road and had them shipped to your campground? If so, I invite you to share in the comments the campgrounds that you have successfully had Amazon packages delivered to. Your comments, again, can really help others out. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is John Marucci, and so long for now.